Okay. You read what you read? I've made the M16. Finally! You know, I've been talking about how I'm gonna add a lot more weapons, right? Half of the weapons I'm in, like in the original game, they're gonna be gone, they're cut, you know? Cause Jesus Christ, working in Blender is just, it takes too long. So I was gonna come up with an excuse, but no, I don't actually have one. Okay, so you know you got the AK-47. Pretty lit. I also added this view model system, which is pretty dope. You got the pistol. Kill a man with 3 shots. Revolver, which kills a man in 2 shots. The unarmed, which, I mean, I'm not even gonna... Yeah, I'm not even gonna count how many shots it takes. Because there is this glitch with the decals, you know, for blood effects. But it goes on any part. Right? I want to make it... I'm gonna do something with that eventually. Just not right now. Because, let's be honest, you're mainly just gonna be moving around in combat a lot. Dodging. You know, the movement in this game is pretty lit. See how fast I'm going? Wait, hang on. Yeah, plus you got the ledge climbing I'm working on. So, if especially in a final game when it's actually out, movement's gonna be like a huge role. Anyway, now you got the shotgun. Oh yeah. Before I move on to a new gun, left click for the unarmed equals the left hand. Right click equals the right hand. And each hand or arm or whatever has 3 different animations that's played at random, as well as their own 3 sounds. And you just kind of spam left and right. Which looks a bit goofy in first person, but believe me, in third person you're throwing pause. I also removed remember when I was talking about how cool equip animation would be the shoot animation? That was a glitch. I fixed that. All I had to do was make it so it only plays when you shoot, not when you equip it. Anyways, you got the shotgun. 1 tap. If it's a headshot. Alright, now the M16. Look at this. I've been cooking this up for a while. It's basically the AK, but it's more powerful. At the cost, more fire rate. So it does more damage, but it shoots slower. The AK-47 does less damage, but it shoots faster. So it's like, would you rather do high damage, but low slowly, or low damage, but really fast? Okay. And you got the M16. I might add an AR-15. Because, you know, you got the 3 semi-automatics, shotgun, revolver, pistol. And you only got 2 automatics. AK, M16. So I'm probably going to add an AR-15. I was talking with somebody who I know. They were like, M16 is overused. But I already made the M16. You know, I spent hours on this thing. And I'm not turning back. And I was like, okay, what about an AR-15? According to them, AR-15 is pretty lit. So I'm gonna be adding an AR-15. Because I want people to actually enjoy my game, so I'm listening to the community as much as I can. And tweaking things here and there, adding some new things. Before this, the shotgun was my favorite weapon. Because I'm more a fan of automatics. Not automatics, semi-automatics. But maybe now I'm a fan of automatics. Because the M16 is so cool. This feels really good too. The gun system feels so clean. The only issue I have with it right now is that it can clip through things, and when you aim, it doesn't play an animation. But I'm pretty sure that should be an easy fix. Alright, now I'm gonna start yapping about coding. I'm pretty sure I should just have it detect, like on some round loop, if I'm close to a part, right? And if I am, then it plays an animation where I put the gun down to my side, so it doesn't do all that clipping and stuff. Now with the aiming, that's easy as shit. I already have an aiming system put down. All I gotta do is make it so when you're actually aiming, it plays a looped animation. That's it. Both are actually pretty easy fixes. Also, one thing I would like to take note. The M16 is the most polished model so far. Because you might see there's a little bit of stretching on the others. No, nothing too crazy. Nothing noticeable. Shotgun is pretty wicked on the back. But you know, mainly just like warping and stuff. It's pretty common in retro games, believe it or not. But the M16, this is really polished. Also my new favorite weapon. I mean, what I'm most proud of is the unarmed. Because, like, let me just pull up the code. It's so advanced. It's the most advanced code I've ever done in my life. Which is saying something. Not really, because I haven't done that much coding. No, I'm pretty sure I can get rid of that. Now that I have the view model and stuff. Also, the view model applies to every gun. Like, every tool. First person tool, just in general, it applies to anything. So now my game feels like some unpolished, I don't know, unpolished movement shooter. That's definitely in the works. Went from feeling like that to Dying Light. Which I'm a huge fan of, because Dying Light slaps. Mouse Detector 4. Look at this. I basically just reused the gun system, but changed mouse button 1 down instead of you know, activate. That way I could do some more with it. That way I could differentiate however you pronounce it. Left click from right click. Plays the random animations, random sounds, fires the events, then the punch rate, aka fire rate. But once the button is up, punch is set to false. That's something I was working on, so it doesn't do anything when it's unequipped, because that used to be a huge issue when I was making this. You can see here when it's unequipped, equipped is set to false and stuff like that. And then for the rest, it's just copy and paste it. But instead of left click, it's right click, and it has its own animations. That's it. Also, I do not use string values or number values or whatever for my fire rates. I just put them in here. Even though values and whatnot would be more convenient, I'm trying to keep things as organized as possible, trying to keep most of it in the code. Because I already have a lot going here.